Jordan, I'm Joe from Palm Beach. It's nice to meet you. Welcome to the Dolphins.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Thank you.
did you have a feeling that the Dolphins might be interested in drafting you?
Yeah, I did a little bit because at the combine, they were one of my formal meetings. So, yeah, I mean, it was a great experience at the combine. So,
You've probably heard that the Dolphins had a defensive tackle named Jordan Phillips. Have you
yeah,
guys have you ever watched any film of Jordan Phillips? Have you ever hit him up on social
yes,
media?
yes,
What did you think of the film?
absolutely. So one thing about me, I study every D tackle, that's like in terms of being at the top of the game. And like I've studied every great D tackle and even like all different types of D tackles in the league. And Jordan, I have watched Jordan Phillips. As a matter of fact, I watched him early on in his career when he was with the Dolphins, and then when he went to the Cardinals, and then like now the Bills. So yeah, I mean he's physical. You know what I'm saying? Real good run stopper. He gets after it pretty good, and he's a 10+ year vet. So I mean that's great.
My last one. Are you familiar with Kenneth Grant, the
Yeah.
339 pound? Between the two of y'all, you're pretty big together, huh?
So
What do you think you can do next to each other?
yeah, so like I say, so when like not only do I watch great NFL defensive linemen, but I also watch great college football defensive linemen. So like I know every D lineman in this draft class. I've seen them play and know their game from a T. Kenneth Grant, very talented, very athletic, for a big guy. I got a chance to see him a little bit during the Shrine Bowl. And so, no, I got a chance to just like be around him. I didn't see him like perform at the Shrine Bowl, but he's definitely athletic and what I'm saying, just physical at the point of attack. And his game definitely does stand out to me. And I think that us together, we'll do some special things together.
Thanks, Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Travis?
Hey, Jordan, welcome to Miami, man. I'm Travis Winkler here for the Miami Dolphins. I got a couple questions I wanted to ask you off the top. Number one, it sounds like you're a big student of the game. Like you're rattling
Oh
off
yeah.
Jordan Phillips' career highlights. That's not very common. People can do that. I'm wondering, who's your favorite defensive tackle or defensive lineman ever?
Ever?
Yeah, ever, all
Or
time.
it'll have to be between, in terms of technicality, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald in terms of technicality, in terms of physicality, and just like just dominant. Vince Wilfork, Warren Sapp, John Randall. Guys like that. Yeah, just in terms of dominating the game.
Okay, that's really good stuff. I also wanted to ask you, I've been reading some stuff about your character and leadership there at Maryland. Read a great story about Mike Loxley praising you for bringing guys along with you and your teammates saying that you were all about the big picture of the team more so than your own accomplishments. You win the Pat Tillman Award at the Shrine Bowl. I'm just curious about what drives that type of approach that you take to the sport and leadership and how you think that can help you with the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I've always been a team first guy. Just want to put the team before me, and just really the drive to want to see the team succeed. And I do definitely plan on bringing that with me to the Dolphins. It's been in me since like I started football, honestly. Just the consistency and the will and drive to, get my team to the championship. I mean, that's just who I am.
Great stuff, Jordan. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Welcome to Miami.
Thank you so
Marcel?
much.
Hey, Jordan, how's it going, man? Marcel Louis Jacques with ESPN. Congratulations, man. Welcome to
Yes,
Miami and all that. I see the Under Armour shirt. I see the towel dabbing off a little sweat. What were you doing when you got the call? Were you working out?
Nah, so I was actually here just sitting on the couch. I'm at my agent's house right now, so I was just sitting on his couch, just watching the draft, and then I got the call, and it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just I was just overfilled with so many emotions, just excited. You know what I'm saying? Grateful, and I just can't wait to get down there in Miami and get to work.
Yeah, I'm reading your bio. I see you're a high school weightlifter and wrestler. Obviously, I can probably guess how weightlifting helps in football, but how does wrestling specifically help you play the defensive tackle position?
Yeah, just having grit, and the willingness to understand body control, certain joints move the body, like the elbow, you know what I'm saying? And just really the tricep, that move, like grabbing those areas of help move the body, and just understanding how to take control and have proper leverage over somebody. And all those things are what you need in order to be a great defensive lineman. So those things have definitely contributed to my game.
Gotcha. Hey, man, congrats again. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Omar?
Hey, Jordan. I noticed that you have basically 2 years of college eligibility. Now, you could have transferred and went wherever you wanted to go for the NIL and probably went to the SEC and made $1 million. Why did you choose to enter the NFL draft so early and so young?
Yeah, because I'm like, honestly, I go about my business like a grown man, and I'm mature enough to do so. And on the field, I'm violent, I'm aggressive, I'm able to have great production and help out like my team in an effective way. And all those things are what you need in order to be sustainable in the NFL, in order to be a great player. And so and also like my loyalty to the University of Maryland and Coach Locks is very high. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I did have opportunities to transfer, but that's not the route that I wanted to take. I believed in the program and I believed in Coach Locks. And so I wanted to stay there and continue to help build.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
Isaiah?
Hey, Jordan. Welcome to Miami. Quick question for you. So I know the Dolphins took another defensive tackle with first-round pick in Kenneth Grant. Just how do you guys plan to push each other to get to that final destination?
Yeah, well, the first thing I plan to do is just, meet him, understand what type of guy he is. That way I'll understand better how to help and, help guide him, let him know who I am and, what my personality is like. So, he knows how to push me. And, I just plan on just going in there, what I'm saying, having just like a great relationship with him. Us pushing each other and working together will help us become better, and it'll help us add value to ourselves, so that way we can add value to the whole organization.
All right, next we'll go to Hassam.
Hi, Jordan. Congratulations and welcome to Miami. Talk to us about how Mike McDaniel introduced himself to you at the interview process.
Yeah, I mean, like I do like my research on, what I'm saying, all the greats, in terms of coaches and in terms of players also. So I already knew who Coach McDaniels was. I already knew that he was a player's coach, a coach who great leader, you know what I'm saying? And so it was honestly an honor to meet with him during the formal interviews during the combine. And it was a great experience talking to him again just a few minutes ago when I got drafted. So that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah.
We've got time for 2 final questions. We'll go to Hal and then close out with Joe.
Oh. Hello, can you hear me now?
Oh yes, sir. I can. Yes, sir.
Okay, welcome to Miami.
Thank you.
Going back to the student of the game part, are you also a student of particular teams? Do you know much about the Dolphin history? And if so,
Yeah.
what stands out in that regard?
Yeah, I mean the Dolphins have had really good defensive linemen. You got Jalen Phillips. Also, they drafted Chop Robinson last year. Christian Wilkins, who he's now with the Raiders. Obviously Jordan Phillips. Just guys like that. I've studied the D line, for a little bit of time now, and so I just always try to make it an effort just to be a student of the game and watch different different groups of D line in general, and different D linemen. So,
Are you very familiar with Zach Sealer, the team MVP from last year?
nah, but I'm definitely do plan on educating myself on that. As a player and as a man, I'm always willing to learn and become educated on everything. So I definitely will be doing my research on that.
I'm sure he'll be teaching you a lot. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Joe?
Jordan, the Dolphins took Dante Trader Jr.
Yeah.
14 picks after Jordan Phillips.
Yeah.
What are Dante's strengths?
Man, Dante is a great leader. Of course he's a really good football player, really great football player. Of course he's athletic. He was a dual sport athlete in college, which is hard to do. You have to be committed and hardworking in order to do that and actually be good in both sports. Which Trader was extremely good in football and in lacrosse. Yeah, like I said, he's a really great leader. It would be nice where I'll be in the facility watching film late and then I'll look over in the room across from me, and he's sitting there at the computer, and he's watching film also. And so, he's just a guy who's really physical. He's not scared of contact. He's gonna like come up, step up and make the play when the plays need to be made. So that's what really excites me about him, and I can't wait to play with him because, like I said, we both had a lot of success at Maryland together in terms of pushing each other and in terms of elevating the standard at Maryland. And so I can't wait till we get to the Dolphins and we continue to help build each other and learn from the vets so that way we can in return help lead and help take control, so that'd be very fun to do with him.